After the drill reached 1,500 meters, suddenly the surrounding staff realized something was wrong. Not only was there a lot of white smoke coming out of the ground, there was also a very unpleasant and irritating odor. Some people think they've dug into the methane in the rock. They must stop the exploration work now. But the director did not listen to Evrion's opinion. She ordered her subordinates to start the machine again, but this time just before the start, there was a horrible scream from underground. They feared that they had dug up a local protected animal, so after a unanimous discussion, they had no choice but to suspend the exploration. But when they pulled the drill out of the ground, they found a blur stuck to it. The professor carefully removed a piece of it, and found that it wasn't any known biological tissue. To find out what they had found, everyone immediately surrounded the hole. They dug up the dirt around the hole, but this time after less than a minute, the man stopped the driver immediately, only to see a cocoon wrapped in the ground, and there was a foul odor emanating from it, just as everyone was about to see what it was. The next second, the unknown thing crawled out. He stretched out a hand and shouted, and spoke a strange language that no one could understand. Just as they were about to ask him where he came from, a black tentacle suddenly emerged from the man's nose, but due to its speed, no one saw it except the professor who was closest to him. The strange scene in front of them, all of them realized that something was wrong, so they decided to extract cells from the man's body for research, but just as they were about to do it, they suddenly saw a tentacle came out of the man's ear again, but fortunately they were already prepared for it, so they didn't pay much attention to it. Then they brought the man some bread, so that the man could eat something, but when the professor was playing with the knife, the man suddenly asked the professor to give him the knife. Then he made a strange gesture, but before the professor could understand what it meant, the man suddenly snatched the knife from his hand, and without hesitation he pointed the knife at himself. But the next moment, a strange force was stopping the man.